Hello guys, welcome to SellerSprite. I'm Yalchin from SellerSprite. We are doing e-commerce for Amazon FBA especially. Today our guest is Gary. Welcome Gary to SellerSprite. How are you today?
Thank you for having me, Yao-Chin, and I'm doing great. I'm in Tokyo. Greetings. Good to see everybody.
Oh, great. I have been watching Gary since I think 2020. I watched several times of his videos, Mastermind and the Seven Figure Seller Summit. It's great content. He has bringing great content, especially from Japan. It's really happy to see you here and talking with you right now. Could you please give a little bit background about yourself and your company overall?
Yes, so I'm the founder and host of Seven Figure Seller Summit. We're the award-winning online conference helping Amazon and e-commerce sellers build, scale, and profit even more in their business. And we're our goal, like my mission, is really to help sellers all over the world. People like Yao Chen, he's been watching us for several years. And he's able to grow to seven figures. So that's exactly our goal. We're really doing everything we can to help sellers. And right now, this year, the main focus is about AI. We're thinking it's more AI 2.0. Last year everyone was just learning about the tools like ChatGPT. This year everyone is trying to get more actual results because we know the Amazon market is getting tougher and tougher. The fees are increasing. So we spoke with about 17 different seven-figure sellers and AI experts to learn exactly how they're using AI to grow their business, to save time, to increase their profitability, really, show you step by step. So today I thought, I was talking to Yao Chen last week and he invited me on. We're going to give you seven AI strategies or even hacks that you can use to help your Amazon business. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Do you want me to give a quick background about myself as well?
Maybe a little bit about that you can mention too.
Yeah. So my background is the intersection of e-commerce and supply chain. The first product I sold online was in 2005. It was on eBay. It was a pair of women's shoes. I've done everything from like arbitrage, retail arbitrage, to even like estate sales, garage sales. Going to Beverly Hills, getting like all the rich people stuff and flipping them on eBay, selling on Amazon. I had like even back in the day, like in the mid 2000s, I had like a Yahoo store. I don't want to talk too much about my own stuff. I really want to add value today, but basically, I've been doing e-commerce for a long time, and then previously I was based in Shanghai, China, for 11 years, 2008 until 2019. I was a sourcing. I was working for a consulting company, visited hundreds of Chinese factories all over China, seen the good, the bad, the ugly. And then I also found the 80/20 sourcing. So that website is really designed to help e-commerce sellers, save time and money, sourcing from suppliers. So that's a quick background about myself. The reason I created Seven Figure Seller Summit because as a seller in 2018, my wife and I got pregnant with our son. And previously I would fly to like Hong Kong and all these Amazon conferences to learn. I didn't want to get left out. So rather than me getting left out, I thought, why not invite these seven figure sellers to teach me online, to teach everyone else online. So that's kind of like the genesis behind Seven Figure Seller Summit. We've done this for this is the ninth time we're going to do this event. So every year we try to have the best speakers. I handpick all the content, and we pick the right topics to help sellers, right now to succeed.
Yeah, it seems you have a really rich background from e-commerce, business, and living in different countries. Gary is from USA, but lived in China and now live in uh, Tokyo. My background is also similar. I'm from different country, but moved to live different country, but now living in different country. And it's the best side of e-commerce. I love it. It's kind of
Agree.
we are working definitely maybe more than average person work, but it's kind of freestyle. You can work sometimes, but sometimes you can pause, go to sleep, or take a rest, go to outside. That's the best side of e-commerce. I love it.
Yes.
Gary, what about AI nowadays? Could you just mention a little bit about the trends nowadays, how the seller use AI or e-commerce seller use AI,
Yeah.
how they are leveraging? Just could you give a little bit trend overview?
Trend. So right now, recently there was a study done on Amazon sellers. Interviewed. It was based on several thousand Amazon sellers. This was by one of the other major tool providers, and about 48% of Amazon sellers are currently using AI in one way or another. I feel that the 52% that are not using AI, they're starting to get left behind because as we'll learn, when you use AI, you're going to save so much time, right? Like for example, doing like creating your product listing, with the keywords when you're analyzing reviews, right? I know SellerSprite has this tool, right? In just like a minute, you can go through 1,000 reviews and the AI will tell you, it will spit back to you like the top 5 weaknesses of your competitor. So right away, what you got to do to beat them, right? If you're not using AI, you're either not going to do that and the competitor is going to beat you, or you're going to spend like, a week, right? Or you're going to have like your
Yes.
VA do that, and she's going to spend like several days as well. So I mean, I think that's the perfect example. Either I mean, this big shift, it's like like maybe 25 years ago, it's like the invention of the internet, and how
Yeah.
like e-commerce was born, right? If you guys don't get on it, then you're going to be like the dinosaur. You're going to get left behind. That's why I feel it's so important right now. And especially now, with the increased Amazon fees, that the higher competition is still going up, the material costs, increasing, the inflation. I mean, you name it, right? So people you gotta do more, right? You got to get more, more juice out of the orange, right? And AI is really something that can really maximize that, especially if you're just running this like a one person show, right? I mean, yeah, you can do a lot more using AI. So
Yeah, just I would like to say a quick hack. It's 1.5 year ago when we using AI, started using, and there was a new product. It was complicated. There were several components and electronics and with for car. And to understand, it took me a long time. Then I found out how I can use the AI to learn this product actually. Then I asked ChatGPT what the main 100 questions people ask about this product. And then I see, oh my God, it was giving me 100 questions, and even I increase what's 200, 300 questions about this product. And first of all, I get all the questions. Then I put all those questions back to ChatGPT and ask that, could you please answer all those questions? And it brought me all the detailed answer, even the small explanation. So I couldn't figure out the product by myself in 1 week, but with ChatGPT, I could learn it like in half hours. And I started reading, and I totally understand what's the product. But this is 1.5 years ago story. Nowadays, we now
mhm.
ChatGPT has evolved and much more capable than before, and there are many analysis tool to leverage the
Mhm.
AI. So we talked last week about that, and you have 7 hacks. And even this weekend, I thought about it. What's that? What you are going to talk? I was curious. Could you please talk
Yeah.
about those 7 hacks related with AI, how we can leverage AI to Amazon business or e-commerce?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is based on my own personal experience, as well as interviewing a number of 7 and 8 figure Amazon sellers and AI experts. And this is actually, in preparation for our upcoming event, the 7 Figure Seller Summit, where we're going to focus on AI 2.0 strategies for Amazon sellers. Okay, so the first hack is when it comes to, and this is probably the number one thing that most sellers are using AI for. So if you're not doing this already, you should start doing this today. Okay, so this is writing and optimizing your Amazon listing. You can literally use AI, save tons of time trying to write listings that convert, because you can put in all of the keywords, and you can put in, you can really make the title optimized, the bullet point optimized. And, not only that, I think one thing that people overlook is you should really give the AI the background about your product. So it's almost like, treat the AI as like your intern, like a person, right? And so he or she you can't just say just write the listing. You have to tell them, okay, what is this product? What problem does it solve for the customer? Who is the customer? Who's the target avatar? And how does this product solve the problem of the customer? So you really need to give it like the background to get good results. Okay, don't just expect it to know, because it's the AI, it's a language model. So what does that mean? It's like almost, autocomplete, like, that feature autocomplete, like in, Amazon, it's almost like a fancy autocomplete. So if you don't give it the background, it just like, it makes stuff up if it doesn't know. Okay. So that's why it's very important. You really have to give it the background. Okay. So it can really help you write and optimize your listings. And there's a lot of tools that can do this right now. I know a lot of, the research tools out there have this. I think SellerSprite probably has. Does SellerSprite have this feature? The writing the
We
listings?
have a AI listing writer. Yeah. You just put it there, the ASINs, and just maybe if you specifically select some keywords, we're gonna generate the title, bullet point,
Yeah,
description for
yeah.
Amazon.
So I think this will be a huge time savings for a lot of people, and especially if you're not a great writer, the AI probably can write it even better than you. Because like some people are English is not their native language, and they want to make the listing sound like natural. So this can really help, especially if you're non-native English speaker. So that would be number one when it comes to writing and optimizing your listings. Okay. And what you can even do is, what I like to do is, I sometimes I take listings that are very well written, and then I'll copy and paste them, and then I'll say to, let's say ChatGPT, like, this is an example of an optimized listing. It's because the main keyword is like towards the front, et cetera, and then you follow this format to write it. So literally, the more you give it, the better quality result it will spit out back to you. So that's number one, writing and optimizing listings, a huge time saver. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So number two is product development. So this is a big thing, especially as one of the best ways to grow your business is to launch more products, right? So traditionally, when it comes to doing product development, obviously we want to run the numbers, and we also want to look at the competitor. So I remember when I first got started on Amazon, I was told you gotta, go through the competitors' reviews and look at the 2-star, the 3-star, and the 4-star, and then count the number of times each problem comes up, right? So that takes a lot of time. And then, my eyes are getting tired, like staring at the Excel or Google Sheet all day, and it takes a long, long time. It's tiring, right? So the beauty of AI is, it's very fast when it comes to this type of analysis, and you can ask the AI to really, count all of the numbers for you. So, like we said earlier, use tools like SellerSprite, right? This will save you a ton of time. It helps take the guesswork out of the product design. Okay. But that's only half the battle, because after you do the product research, like the second step of this is, creating like the mock-up of the new product. So I don't know, like Yaochen, like how you do this, but now with tools like Midjourney, you can prompt it to create an image of your new product, taking into account like those three biggest problems of your competitor. So you can tell Midjourney like, hey, create a new product and make sure it has this, and this, and then it can create the design for you. So you might have to keep regenerating a couple of times, keep clicking that button, but that way you can have the different the new images, and literally you can take this image and give it to your supplier, and then you can start with the prototype. Because the old way, you have to like manually do all the review research, so that's going to take several days, right? And then you have to like type up the RFQ and the modifications, create some screenshots, and then possibly you have to work with an industrial designer, and then you got to spend like thousands of dollars. That's going to take weeks or months of time before you can prototype it, or do like a 3D printing of the model, right? Which is still going to take time. But literally with the AI, like the two-step process I just talked about, you can cut that like the months development down to like just a couple hours. And now there's even tools you can split test the new images, to an audience, to an Amazon audience, like tools like IntelliVie, they have like 55 million Amazon shoppers in their database. So literally you can get real feedback, like just, same day, so within just a couple hours, you can have that winning design that you can launch next. So that one's a huge one, when it comes to really scaling your business with product development with AI.
Yeah, and I would like to emphasize there, firstly, don't expect everything from AI. For programming language, before we used to say garbage in, garbage out. If you put something
Yeah.
wrong, not the detailed information, you don't need to expect a perfect result. You need to give as much as possible the data. I would like this product material like this or something like this, and then you can expect a better result. This is the first thing I would like to add. Secondly, if you are creating new product or iterating the existing product with a Mid-Journey, just don't stop with one photo. Maybe you need to generate 10, maybe 100.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
can check among which one is better. Or if you created one product by Mid-Journey and you don't like the material or you think the material is not good, then just give proper prompt Mid-Journey that this material should be done plastic, not the resin or
Yes.
another material. Then it could optimize itself and creating better. It's going to optimize it. Sorry for disruption. I would like to add this on. Then
No, this is a really good point. Yeah, like I call this the seesaw method. It's like you're on the playground, you're playing with your friend, right? You give it some information, it gives you something back to you. You're like, oh, that we're not there yet. Change the material to plastic, and then it gives you that. Oh, it's too big. Change it, make it a little tighter, smaller, and then it goes like that and like that. So it's the back and forth. It's not just like finding the perfect prompt. It's you're having a conversation, like a seesaw method. So that's a really good point. Yeah.
let's go to third one.
Okay. Number three, and this is a big one. This is when it comes to ranking, Amazon ranking and SEO, because we're seeing right now there's a big shift going on in Amazon ranking. So it's shifting like the old model, we've been doing this for like, I don't know, like maybe 10 years already. Everything's based on the keyword, like SEO based on Amazon, right? But now Amazon's shifting to AI. So I'm sure some of you guys have heard of the AI, the search algorithm with Rufus and Cosmo. AI is really powering Amazon's new search results and to provide recommendations. So literally, it's like a ChatGPT, like a chat. It's asking you, and it knows your history. So if you're like a lady that's like searching for like baby clothes, like probably the AI will know that, hey, you're pregnant or someone of your friends is pregnant, so it's going to make more recommendations in your search results, like rather than searching for baby clothes, like you can type in like gift for like a newborn boy, and then literally it will make like recommendations. So it's really shifting. So for Amazon sellers, this is like a huge change because sellers need to adapt their whole thinking, their whole strategy. For SEO, they have to adapt the AI to stay competitive. So this is a big shift. It's already happening because Amazon, even without sellers' permission, they're using AI to optimize, sellers' listing titles, and some of the people, like they're actually their titles without their permission, they got optimized to like their competitors' brands, and then they were suspended by Amazon, even though Amazon was the one that optimized by AI. So if you don't, there's this new feature right now. It's still in early access on Amazon Seller Central. It's called Generate Listing Content. So this is like almost like a prompt that you want to put in your backend. So when Amazon AI goes through it, it knows what it is, right? So you really have to make sure you fill that out. So what you can do, I mean, we don't have time to get too deep into it, but I just want you guys to be aware of that. Like, don't overlook that, because if you don't make the preparation for the AI, then Amazon may just do it for you, and it may not give you the right results. Like, it could totally like destroy all of your optimized listings and everything that you built up. So one quick hack: if you're not sure what to put in, you can take your product image, or you take your competitor's product image, and then I call this like a reverse prompt. Okay, you take that image, you upload it into ChatGPT, and then tell ChatGPT, I'm selling this product on Amazon, and I want to make sure that Amazon's generating listing content, understands my product. Tell me specifically how to describe this product so that it's properly indexed in Amazon's AI algorithm. And then it will spit back to you like a description. And then you can check that description. If it makes sense, then you can copy and paste that in. So that way you're safer versus nothing. Because if there's nothing, then Amazon's going to put in whatever they want. So that's dangerous.
Yeah. Just I wanted to add here. For example, on ChatGPT, I have maybe 200, 300 topics. When I'm
Mm.
gonna ask any topics, I'm gonna ask under that the previously I asked then because ChatGPT now me and I asked previously many questions. It
Yeah.
remembers all the question and my
Yes.
also
Yep.
Amazon is doing also similar. We know it. For example, Gary want emphasize that if I ask a baby blanket, I'm gonna maybe get the different product versus Gary asking the question because
Yeah.
Amazon knows and the tracking all the customer data, where we click, what we
Yeah.
search, what we bought. Maybe I'm not sure how long before it
Yeah.
started tracking us, but definitely nowadays Amazon is also tracking. Therefore, we see many different products. For example, I get different product. My clients search their product and they say, "Oh, our product is not on the first page. Why it's like that?" Because Amazon is also tracking the customers, buyers' purchase history to optimize maybe the buyer satisfaction and increase buyer satisfaction. Therefore, yeah, definitely
Yes.
that place we need to definitely fill out because nowadays the trend is new. Also, Amazon taking care of that started already. It's definitely worth to fill that place.
Yes. Yeah. That's right. It's happening already. So guys, don't overlook that. That's super important to fill
Should,
those fields out. All right.
should we
Should
go
we?
fourth?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go number four. Okay. Number four hack is to use AI as your graphics designer. Okay. So right now with tools like Midjourney and even there's another tool called eContent that specifically is to help you generate lifestyle images for your product listings. And the beauty of this is now you can put your product into that product, like that lifestyle image, so that it looks right. Because previously, let's say last year, Midjourney was more like, it would hallucinate. So if I'm selling like a kite, it's like a triangle kite. And then I asked it to, put this into a lifestyle, setting, like put it on the beach with father and son flying the kite. It will turn the triangle kite into like a diamond kite, right? It will change the shape, right? But now with tools like eContent and Midjourney, you can actually upload your product and then it has a higher chance of success. It may not be 100%, but like what Yao Chen said earlier, you regenerate a couple of times, and then this can help a lot. Because the old way of doing things, it was, as you guys know, you have to, find like an agency, and you have to send your product to them, and then they have to rent like a house or like a kitchen or a beach, and get hire like a model, and this is going to take hundreds of thousands of dollars and several weeks of time, and you're not sure what the end result is going to be. Now you literally just upload it. It takes like 5 minutes, right? 5-10 minutes, right? So really, it can help save you guys a lot of money and a lot of time to create better images. And the newest thing that's really big right now is just last week there was an announcement. There's a new partnership between Canva and Amazon Ads, Amazon Advertising. So Canva has an AI, a whole like 100 tools in their AI tool set. And then there's actually specific templates that you can use Canva for to create Amazon sponsored brand ads. Okay, so literally it's already pre-formatted, the size, the resolution, everything is ready to go. There's templates you can use as well. So this can save you a lot of time because previously a lot of people, they were put off from doing like those type of sponsored brand ads, like those video ads and etc. because they just, they didn't want to deal with it, creating all like the images and stuff. But now like Canva is literally like the simplest tool that you can use that you don't have to be a designer to do that. So literally, guys, use AI as your graphics designer. This can save you a lot of time, a lot of money. Grow more sales. Get better impressions and conversion rates.
I knew Canva and the ChatGPT has the integration. When you search on the ChatGPT Canva, you can get it, and
Yeah.
you can write a prompt from the ChatGPT, or you can just write a prompt. ChatGPT will create a history story for you, then create the image or maybe video from the Canva. Just click it. But previously, I didn't know Canva has also integration with Amazon. Is it available now?
It's in Canva, you can get it now. It is available. You can check it out because there's different menu options, and one of them within Canva AI is Amazon sponsored brands. There's probably new ones as we're talking. Like by the time people see this, there's going to be even more. But definitely check that out. The AI tool set within Canva.
Great. Thank you for saying. I also didn't know before. Let's go to fifth one.
Okay, number five is, and this is a big one because I know a lot of sellers, they're giving up on Amazon. They're going to TikTok Shop, right? TikTok Shop is one of the fastest growing markets. And are you selling on TikTok?
No, I don't, but
No.
I know, guys, I live in Shenzhen and I'm going to
Yeah,
events nowadays. Everyone is talking about the TikTok shop, Shane or something, and
yeah,
them are quitting from the Amazon. They complain
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Amazon and switching to TikTok or as a marketplace. Yeah, let's
That's
go.
right.
You can.
Okay, so one of the seven-figure sellers that I interviewed recently, Aaron Hughes, he's been selling on Amazon for about 7 years, seven figures, private label brand. He says, margins are really getting squeezed, competition is increasing, it's getting tougher selling on Amazon. So a few months ago, he decided to test out TikTok Shop. And and he discovered there's ways that you can use AI to take your Amazon listings and then convert them into TikTok shop listings like very quickly. So you can save time because there's ways that you can use AI to do this for you rather than manually doing it. And then also when it comes to TikTok, he reached out to a lot of TikTok influencers. And like he said, he doesn't even use TikTok himself, but he was using AI to, craft messages to find TikTok influencers. And then in just a few months' time, he was able to generate 25% of his monthly online sales on TikTok. Actually, he said it was just 1 month he was able to move to TikTok, like 25%. And previously, he sold on Walmart for several years, but Walmart, it was less than 10%. So literally, he was able to spike 25% of his total sales. He's doing seven figures on Amazon, on TikTok, and he leveraged AI to really optimize that to share like the process. So there's tools that you can use to quickly move to TikTok as well. Okay.
Yes, that's
So
really huge number. Even here, I have some friends. They are selling on Europe as well. In Europe, several marketplaces. But that 25%, even they have been selling in Amazon Europe several years. Their
yeah,
total revenue, I don't think they have 25% from Europe. Still,
yeah,
Europe is the number one, despite they have been selling maybe 5 years, 6 years. So that's a huge
yeah.
number to
It
get.
is. And he was able to do it in 1 month's time. I mean, obviously every product is different. Every
Yeah.
the way you do it is different, but you definitely can use AI to do a test, right? So you can do this a lot faster. So I think that's one thing that sellers need to consider, right? If Amazon's slowing down, you have to consider other marketplaces as well. Okay, so that's number five. And number six is with AI, one of the struggles that sellers are facing right now is everyone's competing on price, right? The margins are getting squeezed. Okay, so one of the things with AI is you can build up a brand persona. Okay, a brand persona, that means, what does that mean? That means that you can figure out your target customers, what are their pain points, what are their goals, right? So that you can really design your products to really help them solve their problems. So this way, you're no longer just competing on price. You can get prices that a lot better. You can raise the price, and especially like not to discriminate, but a lot of the the factories in China, they're selling direct now, right? So if you're like a seller in the US or Europe, you can't get as good as a price as you are from the factory direct, obviously, right? So you really have to go deeper, understanding the customer mindset to get more premium prices, right? I think, one of the analogies is, think about like buying like water, right? Like just, like mineral water. I mean, there's like the tap water. Obviously, in some countries you cannot drink it, like in China, right? But that water is the cheapest. But you can buy like the local, like bottled water, which is maybe like 25 cents, and you can buy, or you can also buy Avion water, right? Which is like $3, $4 a bottle. At the end of the day, it's the same function, right? Maybe
Yeah.
the flavor is a little better, but it's like all in the marketing, it's all in the design, the packaging, right? And then they can charge like 10 times the price of just like the domestic water. So it's like the same philosophy, right? If you can use AI to really build up a brand persona, you don't have to just compete on price, right? So there's a lot of AI tools that can help you with that. All right. So that's number 6. So you can be stopped being that's number 5. Wait, is that's number 6? I'm sorry. That's number 6. So you don't get squeezed out. All right.
Okay, let's go next one. Interesting.
Okay. Okay. So number 7, and this is kind of interesting. You can use AI now, like ChatGPT. You can create assistants, like AI assistants. I don't know, like, have you tried this yet, Yaojin? Like, with the API and ChatGPT, you can create
Yeah,
a like an
yeah,
AI assistant.
I have a website where just I integrate it and asking the question. It doesn't bring the previous chat history, but that's a bad side I couldn't solve.
Okay, okay. I mean, this is something that's like just released recently. Like literally, one of the cool things is you can even create a customer service AI assistant. So it's like a bot that can monitor your email inbox, and then it can use ChatGPT, the AI, to generate a response for you, and then it can just leave it as a draft, right? So this way, you don't have to spend like hours and hours and thinking about ways to reply to that email. Like the AI probably can write a better email than most of us, right? The key thing is you have to train it. So what I do is I have like a FAQ, like frequently asked questions. So these are like the top 10 questions my customers have about using this product. Like for example, if you're selling kites, like what's the best way to how do you assemble the kite? What's the best way to fly the kite in like low wind? Where can I fly it safely? How old do you have to be to fly the kite? Etc. Right? And or return information, etc. So you feed this in. You can actually, so this is actually a feature in ChatGPT in the API, and then there's a new feature called Assistant. Okay, so you can give it the instructions, and then you can upload like an FAQ, so it'll know how like the knowledge base, how to report. So it's almost like hiring like a VA customer service representative, and handing him or her like the FAQ and asking them to train themselves and then to answer the questions. Except now you can integrate this into your email. You also have to use another tool called Zapier. Zapier will connect the Gmail to ChatGPT, and then GPT will create a reply, like the AI assistant, and then you sync that back into Gmail to create a draft, and then you can review the draft, and then before you send it out. So literally, it just takes like 5 seconds. You just look at it, it's okay. So
Okay,
that's a big one. It can
that's
save you like a lot of hours, and it's
in
yeah,
the
and it's pretty good. I'm using this right now. Like I just learned about this just like last week from one of the speakers at our event, and I'm testing this out right now. But yeah, I think this can save a lot of hours on our team.
It's something urgent. For example, I get the email, so I have to reply him, but I don't know what should I write right now. I need to think maybe one day, and the next day it's going to be a loading for me. I always think
Yeah,
about that the email and I didn't reply. What should I reply? And but it's
yeah,
kind of burdening. But if
it
the
is.
kind of a VA would be very good and solve it in just a few minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean the draft will be in your inbox. So all you got to you open the draft and it says like hi such and such. Sorry for your problem. This is what we suggest. Please try this and this and it's like the hardest part is getting started, right? So like the AI, it already did like 80% of the work for you. You just go in and clean it up and just send it. So I think that's a big help.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Gary, for all this info because our time is short. Of course, we cannot
Yeah.
cover all the details. Maybe Gary has much more than we talk here. How the our audience can reach out to you, how they can learn about this the topic we talked.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you asked. So, we covered 7 hacks today, but this is just the tip of the iceberg because I interviewed about 17 AI and seven-figure sellers, AI experts, and we're going to have the seven-figure seller summit online, June 10th, 11th, 12th, 3-day online event. So, I'd love to invite you guys to get your free pass for limited time. So you can go to sevenfiguresellersummit.com and, like, for example, the last hack that I just shared with you, this was actually from Chris Rawlings. Chris Rawlings, he's a seven-figure seller. He's a PPC expert. And then he literally, like, he did a step-by-step walkthrough. And, I just followed that and I was able to create this. I don't have any coding background or anything. So if any of the hacks sound interesting to you, literally you can get like a 30-minute like step-by-step like training for this. And then also we have a live workshop with Brandon Young. He's going to lead the AI product design, like what we just talked about, using the tool to research your competitors' reviews and then generating the images with Midjourney and then do a split testing using IntelliView. We're going to do this live, 90 minutes. That could be your next product, like your winner, right? And then we're going to do this live Monday, June 10th. So highly recommend get your free pass right now. We're just like a week away and you can get it at sevenfiguresellersummit.com.
Yeah,
Right? That's
the best side is it's just virtual. You can join and watch what they're gonna talk, and also there will be a workshop, definitely. And right now it's free. I highly recommend you can just get free path and learn
yeah,
everything related with AI.
yeah. And also, I think what's interesting is what not to use AI for, right? Because one of the speakers, Stephen Pope, he runs a $20 million a year Amazon agency. And then he has like 500 VAs working for him. And he shares what not to use AI. Because AI is not cure all for everything. It's not like a magic bullet, right? So I think that was interesting. And then what some sellers are doing because they're so busy running their business, right? We have an optional like paid upgrade, the all access pass. That way you get the recordings and then you can share that with your team. You can share that with your VA and you can have him or her watch it and then they can implement it. So we find a lot of our audience members, sellers, maybe they don't have time to watch the whole thing. They get the upgrade and it's a very low price. And then you can watch the replays and you can follow along like visually step by step. So so it's going to be 3 days. Day 1 is all about growth and scaling your business using AI 2.0. Day 2 is all about marketing, PPC, and then day 3 is all about maximizing profitability. Okay, so we have even more speakers that are not on the website yet. And we also have a profitability live workshop on day 3. So we're going to get experts coming in from Katita. They do Amazon reimbursements. They can offer you $400 free Amazon reimbursements. And also we have Chad Rubin. He runs Prophecy. So his business, like he's also running a 7-figure brand. And he's going to show you how to use AI to really turn around his brand, like how he's turning around his brand using AI from red to black. So I think that's going to be super useful. And then like the SEO, like the Cosmo and Rufus, those tactics, Amy Reese is giving that master class. So you can follow on step by step, like what we just talked about. You can see exactly where you can do this on Amazon. So highly recommend. I mean, it's super important. If you don't do this, like literally Amazon, it could just mess up your listing. Like seriously. I think it's like critical time, guys. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to watch the event, but either way, I'm just warning you guys. If you haven't already, you gotta like update that. Generate your listing because Amazon AI, it's already coming right now. So yeah, that's my that would be my last recommendation, guys. All right.
Yep, some really famous guys, and we have been friends. Some of them we meet in Shenzhen, Guangzhou, in other
Mhm.
country I met, and definitely brilliant guys. They're gonna publish a lot of new up-to-date content because
Yeah.
majority of the things we are talking about Amazon is always perfect. Guys, just imagine you get shut down of your listing 1 days, 2 days, 3 days. It's gonna painful. You need to open it. You are gonna lose your ranking.
Yeah.
3 4
Yeah.
days profit, blah blah blah. But instead, just register our webinar, watch it. If you don't have a time, just buy it and keep watching all of those up-to-date stuff. So you can increase your profitability, you can save time, you can apply all method the industry guys using to your Amazon listing, Amazon brand, and maybe you can decrease your PPC, you can optimize your PPC, you can increase your profitability. Many things you can learn from those guys and apply for your business. Thank you, Gary, for bringing all together.
Thank you, Yao Chen, and thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope to see you at Seven Figure Seller Summit online, and hopefully this will help you guys use AI to win in Amazon this year. All right.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. See you next videos.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.